nature? Is there any new technology that goes into this particular platform when it comes to creating no code, low code?
So yeah, normal technology, high code technology, they would use some third-party tools, right, to test their application, or if they are doing automated testing or manual testing. For debugging, also they will use browsers inspect to do debug the application on end user side. But what OutSystem has done it, they have built that tool within OutSystem itself ecosystem, so that you can use the built-in tool. You don't need to use any third-party tool to monitor your application or debug your application. So the tools are built in.
I'd like to welcome you to the Corner Office Chronicles podcast. My name is Byron Benton, affectionately known as Byron the Product Enthusiast. This is dedicated to product management and entrepreneurship. So please, lend an ear, perhaps two. Tune into today's episode.
Hello, my name is Byron Benton, and I want to welcome you to the Corner Office Chronicles podcast. I have an exciting episode today. And by the way, I forgot to say, I am your host, Byron Benton. So we have a special show today. We're going to speak about no code, low code, the importance of it, and maybe even the future of it. I have an expert here with me. He has built plenty of applications on this platform, and I want everyone to meet him. So please welcome Shubham Sharma. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great. Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you for the invitation, Byron. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for being a guest. How long have you been in engineering?
Yeah, so I have passed in the year 2019, and then again after that I've started working in some internship kind of thing. So around 7+ years experience I have working this technology or technical background. And with low code, no code, I would say I have around 4 years of experience now.
Okay. What got you into developing, specifically no code, low code? How did you get started?
So yeah, as I said, I started with tech, normal like people do in high code. So I started with a WordPress website. So I have designed over 100+ WordPress website. Then I was part of a very small startup company. So there, whatever language or whatever project that you got, you have to learn that language and build that project. So I have learned PHP, CodeIgniter, Laravel. Then I have learned Shopify, Magento, Vue.js, React.js. So whatever project I got, I have to learn new technology and build it. But at that time also, I was feeling like, similar to a normal developer. Like there are hundreds or thousands of developer working on these stacks, right? But whenever they do interview also, then I did an interview for a big company, right? There was no way to explain him that, okay, how much knowledge I have. Of course, in an interview, somewhat by questioning and answering, you can get some knowledge. So I wanted to find some technology in which I can I can shine, right? People know me and I can help people. Okay, eventually I got into a company called Netling Digital Solutions, which give me this platform called OutSystems. So they train me in OutSystems, and then the journey begins. So around in 2022, I have begun the journey with OutSystems, and then yeah, it's going on.
Okay. So you mentioned OutSystems. Tell me about it. What is OutSystems and how did it get started? How long have you been in it?
Yeah, so OutSystems is a low-code platform. So there are other low-code platform as well. OutSystems is also one of them. So what is a low-code platform, if I say? So generally, what normal people know about high code is that you need to write codes. Like in Python, you need to write Python and C++ and C. In low code, you would get predefined set of say widgets, logics you will get, which you can use drag and drop approach to build your application. In a simple manner, I can say that it's kind of building, say, a product with Lego, right? So you have Lego pieces and you club it together to build something. So, or let's say you got, say, IKEA. You have purchased a furniture from IKEA. Now you are setting it up, right? So predefined tools you got, it could be UI widgets like table and other, which you can drag and drop and build a table, or it could be logic you are building, right? So it's drag and drop approach with which you can create an application, faster application, because you're not actually writing codes, you're using predefined best practices written logic. So it is faster to create, and yeah, you can build enterprise level application faster with it.
Okay. Okay. So when it comes to OutSystems, did it start as no code, low code, or did it start just high code and then evolve into no code, low code? How did it evolve?
Yeah, okay. So OutSystems started in the year around 2001, and Paulo Rosato from Philippines has started it. So what they had, their team also struggling with something. So they have done projects. So they worked on high code projects, right? And say a mid level and say a large level project they have built in high code, but they were struggling to complete that project on time, because when you do or when you work on such a large project, the requirement changes a lot, right? So 1 year ago when you started the project, there was some other requirement. Now the requirement has changed, so they wanted to build a tool with which you can build application faster, right? And if there is some change required, it could also be done faster manner. So then they have started working with this low code kind of technology, and they have created it with the help of .NET and React.js in the year 2001. So it started with traditional applications, right? It means any data, any design that you are creating, say you are clicking on a link, so it will come from the server. So it was more like a server approach they were used, but now eventually they have grown out systems to now use mobile applications, progressive web applications, reactive application, which is responsive for different screen sizes, uses client-side technology. So they have grown out systems over the years.
Okay. Okay. Do you know the tech stack that it first started with? Did it evolve to what it is now? Do you recall, or have you even heard what the first tech stack was?
Yeah, so they have started it, or they have created out systems with the help of .NET and React.js for the front end. And whenever you drag and drop something to create, it out systems automatically when you publish the application to the server, right? It automatically converts it into HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So normally in high code, we write these HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. What it does, we just drag and drop approach, and it automatically creates that for us. So, and now in OutSystems Developer Cloud, they are using more like a microservice approach, Kubernetes and container, to create a cloud native applications and all the things over the cloud.
Okay, okay. So that's a nice color shirt you have on. I like the logo. Tell me about Zebia. Is it Zebia?
Yeah, so Zebia, we are the premium partner of OutSystems in training is another like delivery and stuff. So I majorly work on the training side. So who any organization who want to learn OutSystems or do certifications in OutSystems, right? We provide trainings for them, and like Adept School happens and other trainings to help them get certified in our systems. Similarly, we also provide services for if they want to build projects from our system. So these kind of services we provide. And this is just one part of Zevia, one sector. You can say there are other sectors available, but this one, I primarily focus or work on the OutSystem sector.
Okay. How long does it take to learn something? How long does it take, Zebia to a student that goes to Zebia to learn about no code, low code, and the system?
Okay, so really it depends on the individual, but if you want to create your first application, we have a training for 5 days, 8 hours a day. So in this 8 hours, we from the very scratch how to create application we taught, right? And eventually at the end of this 5 days of training, you will be ready to create your fully scalable application, right? If you have the technical knowledge already, like if you know a little bit about HTML, CSS, JavaScript, that would be good. But if you don't have those knowledges, what it is required to how to solve logic, how to build logic. That mindset is required. So if you have that mindset, you can start building the application within 5 days itself.
Wow, wow. So how have there been any popular applications built no code, low code?
There is a lot of applications now. There is building with low code, no code. So there is applications like shipping industries who were managing their orders and products, all the products, right? So they have built in out systems. There is a football team. I couldn't remember the name. So they whenever they need to now they have stadium, and for their fans they wanted to create an application so that their fans can book tickets and purchase the merchandise. And so you can consider, right, football team, the team base or fan base can be huge, large. So to manage those kind of users, and whenever there is, say, new matches happening, thousands of fans register to the application, try to book tickets. To manage all these users concurrently, that is a challenge, right? And they have built it without systems, and it's working fine. And we have also built a lot of applications without systems.
Okay. So let me ask you, how long has Zebia been when did they add out systems to their list of services that they provided for? And what at what point did they say, okay, no code, low code seems like it's the future, and what's going on now, we're going to add that to what we do, and we're going to add training.
Okay, so we started with a company called Netlink Digital Solutions, and Netlink Digital Solution was one of the very first company in India to recognize OutSystems and become the premium partner and started training in OutSystems in year 2013 or 14, right? And later, now Zebia is one of the company who acquired that part of OutSystems from Netlink, and now we are part of Zebia. But Zebia also works in other low-code platforms like Mendix and APN. But if you say especially about OutSystems, this started, we were the very first company, and Netlink Digital Solutions, who started working in OutSystems in India in around 2013 and 15.
Welcome to the generative software era, where development as you know it is about to change forever. Meet Mentor, the first end-to-end software development lifecycle digital worker built to work alongside developers. Mentor supports you at every stage of the SDLC, using generative AI and AI to ensure you design, build, deploy, and maintain high-quality apps. Want to build an app fast? Just tell Mentor what you need, or upload a requirements doc, and in minutes, it generates a fully functional app ready to go. With Mentor, deploying apps securely has never been easier. From automating repetitive tasks to streamlining code reviews to performing security checks automatically, Mentor ensures fast, error-free, secure deployment every time. Plus, your apps will scale effortlessly and perform at their best. Code analysis provided by AI ensures that critical architectural standards are met. Mentor doesn't just build, it ensures long-term maintainability. AI insights identify potential issues, helping reduce technical debt and improve long-term maintainability. The generative software cycle is here, and it's redefining what's possible in software development.
Okay. I think no code, low code is very exciting. I kind of wonder if it'll blow up like AI, because they had these they had VR, and I thought it was gonna blow up kind of like AI did. Now it has a resurface. It has resurfaced with tech companies. Now they want people to put their phone away and wear eyewear, but I don't know if it ever blow up like AI. AI really took off, and it seems like no code, low code could do the same exact thing. Do you think it could, the same way AI took off? Do you think no code, low code could have this bright future, be be in everyone's conversation like AI is?
Yeah, eventually. Yes. So it could be so not at the scale of AI. AI is like general people are also using AI to do general stuff, right? Translating something and generating images and stuff. Where low code primarily the tech people who are in this tech field who are working in some language, they will eventually definitely going to feel the heat from low code, because here in India also, I can say about India, now the market is growing in low code and major companies are working on low codes now. They are finding people who are expert in out systems and other low code platforms. So yes, if we see in the near future, it can definitely explode in other regions as well. And yes, the people who are in tech, they will definitely going to notice this low code platform.
Okay, so tell me about India. In the USA, I think it's taken off, but I don't know if they have any schools for it or anything yet. Or they probably do. But in India, is there a high concentration on no code, low code? They're teaching it in schools, or maybe certain organizations are teaching it. Are they teaching it in schools?
Not in school. Currently, it's very similar to USA. They are teaching you the technical or high code languages like PHP, Python, and everything. They are teaching that. Currently, low code is kind of new to or these institute as well. So yes, but the major organization definitely say promoting it with institute. They are doing free trainings and connecting with student one-to-one sessions they are doing with students to promote low code, right? So that student can all have this option as well, which is trending in the market. Organization definitely doing trainings. OutSystem itself is promoting low code itself. They do developer schools. So same training that I explained, right? The 5 days training, OutSystems provided for free of cost as well. So whatever developer who want to start their journey in our system, they can enroll it for free of cost and start their journey, right?
Wow,
So that's good.
wow. So after the training, do you guys, I guess, hire? I mean, at that point, they know the system. So at that point, you guys hire people that have gone through your courses. Some of them.
So not hiring would be say, but yeah, after if you do the training, right? If you appear all the training, what OutSystem offer is they provide you a free vouchers to do a certification. So
Okay.
normally OutSystem certification costs around $200,
Okay.
right? But if you join all the sessions and be active in it, they will give you free vouchers to complete the certification. Plus, if you are a very active participant, like one of the top three participants, they will again help you in definitely in job searches and do more certifications and how you can contribute more in the community. So yeah, if you are active in the sessions and if you complete this certification also, then yes, your getting a job would be very easy,
Okay. Okay.
right? So you have a certification.
Okay. Okay. Tell me more about OutSystems. How's the reliability of the platform? Did it start somewhat reliable and not very reliable, or did you see it in progression with the reliability of the platform, or has it always been very reliable?
So yeah, so from starting, it's not been that reliable. I will say it grows over the years, right? So it started with traditional applications, right, where the application was yeah, you can build faster application, but performance wise, can the application can be a little bit slower because it all depends on the server. But they have think over their feet and they have understand, okay, the applications are behaving slow, performing slow. So then they have introduced reactive application, which focuses on client side, I mean customer's browser, right? So the application then increases the performance in reactive application. They notices then in later years they notices, okay, now there is mobile application, right? The trend is mobile application. So they introduce mobile application. You can build now mobile applications. Just create one application and that application can be distributed to iOS devices and Android devices. So in normal in iCode, what we need to do? We need to create separate applications for Android and iOS. Here you can just build one application and it can be distributed to any platform. It can create PW application, which is current trend in market. Bigger companies like Facebook, YouTube, everyone supports PW application, which is progressive web applications. which can be run on the browser, which can be added as a shortcut in the desktop, mobile devices. It can kind of work in every situation, every what we can say devices. So that also OutSystems support by just simply clicking on a button, right? So they are definitely thinking they are thinking about the future, and that's why in the previous years they have launched a new platform called OutSystems Developer Cloud, where everything that you will going to build will be built over the cloud in a microservice approach. Okay, what they suggest is build your application in microservice level. It means, let's say you're creating an e-commerce website. Okay, so build your application separate, like payments application separate, your product application separate, so that later you can also include these application into other application that you are building, other softwares that you are building.
Okay.
And as well as now, so see, if we compare it with traditional applications, so if you want to build a mid or high level application in traditional or high code, you will require around 2-3 years of time depending on the project, and it could be 50 to 70 developers and other team members. With ODC, now they have launched, it can be done with just 5 to 7 developers, say a QA, a product manager, a very small team can build that application in no time, in say 5-6 months of time. So they are reducing the time in half. They are reducing the cost by the team members, by reducing the team members. So yeah, definitely.
Okay. So speak about no code, low code. Does it have the same amount of defects and bugs as regular engineering, or is it less? Or what's the testing environment like for no code, low code?
Yeah, so yeah, whenever human is going to build something, there will be bugs, right, everywhere. But yes, here they definitely offer things. So first of all, you are not building anything from scratch. You are using components, which is built by the say some architects and some high level guys, right? So you're reusing these components. So there is your chance of creating some say normally if you write codes, right, you cannot say this is a standard you are following in high code. But here, because you are using drag and drop approach, your chances of creating that bugs would be less. But yes, here also they offer say debugging tools within the software, so you can debug your application. Plus, they offer AI Mentor Studio, which is a tool in which you can monitor without opening the application. You can monitor your application's performance, maintainability, architecture, security. So within that, from their software, right? So you can check, okay, if is the application performing well or not.
Okay. What are some of the is it some of the same tools that a regular developer would use, or as far as your regular Java, regular Python, things of that nature? Is there any new technology that goes into this particular platform when it comes to creating no code, low code?
So yeah, normally, say normal technology, high code technology, they would use some third-party tools, right, to test their application, or if they are doing automated testing or manual testing. For debugging, also they will use browsers inspect to do debug the application on end user side. But what OutSystem has done it, they have built that tool within OutSystem itself ecosystem, so that you can use the built-in tool. You don't need to use any third-party tool to monitor your application or debug your application. So the tools are built in, available.
Okay. So when it comes to OutSystems, is it a platform that's better for certain applications, maybe for healthcare, maybe for education, so for all around all applications? What do you think it excels in the platform?
It's not the case, right? I am sure. So OutSystems is a general. That's what I like about OutSystems. So there are other low codes as well available, but this is a full stack kind of platform that we have. So it's very good to build UIs in here. You can create a very good customizable UI. You can do integrations, like any integrations. You can do Salesforce integrations, any databases you have in the third party. So any kind of AI integration is very easy to do it in OutSystems. Single sign-on is very easy. So integration wise, it's very easy. You can also use your custom logics like C# code. You can write your own CSS, own JavaScript also you can write. So it is a full stack kind of tool that is there that they are providing. So it depends on the individual or the company, right? Which software you want to build. So it's not like just a healthcare product you can build, or say some e-commerce kind of product you can build.
Okay. What are some of the biggest misconceptions about no code and low code that among engineers? Are they all clear on what it is, or is there any, unclear information amongst engineers when it comes to no code, low code?
Yeah, see, I have honestly trained over 300 plus participants over the years, right? And most of them are from high code, having 10 plus years experience in high code, right? So they have this conception, right, in mind that, okay, this low code is just a tool, right? They eventually feel like when you write your own code, that's good because you have control. What they feel in low code, you have less control. So it's not the case, right? You can build your application if you know the platform well enough. You will see whenever you use which widget or whenever you use these tool, what it will going to create. So you have control here as well. Their major concern is about integration and control, that I can, because whenever they come from a high code background, they can open the application, the code, and they can make changes into it, right? But here in our systems, you cannot see the code or you cannot download the code, right? So this little, what we can say, challenge they face. But here also the code is that this is because, right, so that they can manage the code well, right? They can do best practices over the code, they can secure the code. That's why they are not even allowing us to edit the code. So there are some misconceptions, but if they start working over the low code, it will eventually really go on, like
Okay.
on.
Okay. So how do you see no code or low code evolving in the next, let's say, 5 to 10 years? And how is OutSystems preparing for it?
So our system is preparing for the 5-10 years by, so they have they have eventually grown their platforms from OutSystem 10 version to OutSystems 11 version, but they have understand one thing, that in OutSystems 11 there was different tools available. Okay, so to manage users and user, there was a users portal available. To manage say deployment, there was a separate deployment portal called lifetime was available. So there was these 4 or 5 different tools was available to do different things, right? And everything was like you whatever changes that you were doing, you were first doing in your system and then you were uploading on this cloud. So they have understand it. Okay, they cannot then create an OutSystem version 12. Instead, what they have done, they have created a new platform itself called OutSystems Developer Cloud, with the thinking that, okay, eventually everything will be on cloud. Okay, right now they support Amazon as a cloud, but you can eventually in the future will be going to add all whatever cloud that your company supports. You will be able to use it with OutSystems, and everything will be over cloud. And they have also used added AI agent builders, or they are using AIs in multiple things. So to create application also now you can use AI. I'll show the demo later on as well. And to manage your application, like the performance of application, to check performance and though all these security issues, now you can use AI, right? So they are using all these fancy features now there is in the market, and for so that developer can create faster applications.
Okay. So let's speak about OutSystems when it comes to scalability. Do they have certain plans where it starts, let's say, as far as the architecture, it could support 1,000 customers, then the next tier is 10,000 customers, and the next tier, is it something like that?
Yes. So now if I talk about OutSystems Developer Cloud, this is the major thing that they are promoting. This OutSystems cloud infrastructure will be automatically scalable depending on the user's count. So if as you say, right, currently there's 1,000 users. So it will be able to manage 1,000 users if, with well performance application. And eventually, if the count grows over the years, it will going to scale up the infrastructure automatically, depending on scale up and as well as scale down the infrastructure depending on the user count. So it will going to happen automatically without issue.
Okay, so has it ever been a point where maybe that in the real, I can say the real, but the regular app world, sometimes apps may break, the system may break or something. Can the same thing happen with no code or low code?
Yeah, it happens with applications. So in OutSystems 11, we had a big team considering OutSystems Developer Cloud, because where we manage deployment. So suppose you have introduced a new feature and then you are deployed it to QA, then you have done the testing, but it was working fine, and then you have moved it to production, right? So and there it blew up, right? It right, the application blow up. So there are you have tools available in Lifetime, which is a tool in OutSystems 11, from which you can roll back the changes that you have recently done. So you can quickly roll back the changes, or you can quickly upload the previous version of the application, and then you can do the hot fix of the application, and then you can deploy it again. So you have a proper deployment tool available within the OutSystems from which you can manage all these issues.
Okay.
That happens.
Okay. So tell me about security. How secure is no code, low code, and the platform itself? Does it have the same security issues that regular apps have, or?
Security definitely is a concern, Byron. So you are totally right. But here in OutSystems, they try to manage most of the security issues themselves. There are settings available which you just need to turn on, like content security policies, you just need to turn on. So what will happen? Whatever content that you are loading in your browser, it will going to check if this content should be loaded, because it can possible that some hacker or someone try to insert some random links or some script they wanted to run in your application. So OutSystems monitor it with the settings if you turn on the settings. Similarly, it has options like secure cookies. So your cookies can also be secured. Okay, and also when you deploy your application, OutSystem also automatically performs the security issues, or it checks for the security issues and it resolves it. Now in ODC Cloud, it's even more secure. So it gives you the security issues automatically. You can monitor what are the security issues available in your application. And then there is a automatic activity runs which resolve all the security issues from your application.
Okay. So how can we learn more about Zebia and the platform as well, OutSystems? How can we find out more about it? How can we get into contact? How could we find out more?
So if you want to learn about Zebia, and if you so you can definitely check out Zebia's official website, where you will learn more about Zebia, and you can also watch the YouTube videos that are available for Zebia. If you want to learn about OutSystems, there are a lot of what you can say courses available, or OutSystem has, if you open OutSystems official website, outsystems.com, there are training videos available. So from scratch, you can watch these videos and start learning. The second option would be OutSystems Developer Cloud. Then in different regions, they offer different these developer schools, right, where you can enroll, and free of cost you can learn from an instructor in 5 days, of course. So that is also available. You can also reach out to partners of OutSystems like us. We are the premium partner. So you can reach out to us. We can also provide you training for 5 days. Okay. So there are learning things available. Then I would definitely going to point about OutSystems forums, which is OutSystems community. So if you are learning, right, and if you have any questions, OutSystems community are very active. They will give you response quickly. Okay, so there are this platform available from where you can ask question and they will give you answers. You can also connect in ADP list to get one-to-one conversations like.
Well, are you on LinkedIn as well? Are you on LinkedIn? How would people get in touch with you? Are you on LinkedIn?
To connect with me on LinkedIn, let me just quickly share the QR code if that's okay.
Yeah.
Byron? It's okay.
This thing will cut
Sure.
off automatically in 2 minutes. I don't want to cut off in front of you. Let's show it. Okay,
Yes.
it's coming up right now. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, you can scale if you want to learn more about Zebia, if you want to learn about OutSystems, right, and how you can do training, how you can understand about OutSystems, just you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. You can connect with me on ADP list as well. We can have one-to-one sessions, and we can plan your journey in OutSystems as well.
Boom, there you go. Hey, listen, it was a pleasure to speak with you today, sir. You taught me a lot. Well, we taught us, everyone that's listening and everyone to see this video, you taught us a lot about no code, low code. Thank you very much for being a guest. It was very educational, and I look forward to the progress of Zebia and OutSystems.
Thank you so much, Byron, once again for having me here. Hope this video would be helpful for anyone who want to learn OutSystems and start their journey. This will give them motivation. And yes, definitely they can view the OutSystems website or reach out to me, right, to get started their journey with OutSystems.
All right,
so
sir.
much.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
So thanks for watching today's episode of the Corner Office Chronicles podcast. Again, my name is Byron Benton, and I am your host, affectionately known as Byron the Product Enthusiast. Please like, subscribe, and tune in. Until the next time, thanks for watching.